Assalamu alaikum everyone, peace be upon you all. In episode 3, I explained Tawheed al-Uluhiyya, which is unity in Godship, that Allah alone is God and He is the one we supplicate and turn our prayers to, because everything else in this world cannot harm nor benefit us, and hence are not able to answer our prayers. Because we mentioned Allah is Ilah or God, I talked about ibadah or worship, and that any good deed done with the intention to please Allah alone is deemed ibadah. If we direct our prayers, thoughts and good deeds to other than Allah, and even if we follow someone in the disobedience of Allah, then we have committed shirk. Okay, before I leave the section of Tawheed, I want to address an important phenomenon about Allah that is either rejected or doubted by many people, and that is Allah's existence. How do we know Allah is there? In the last 3 episodes, I've been explaining Allah, that He alone is the Lord worthy of worship. But some of you might have been thinking, okay, how can I ascertain that what you are saying is true? How can I know Allah is there, given that I cannot see, hear, nor sense Him? Many people have either become atheists or agnostic due to this fact, and so I'm dedicating this episode to explaining how Allah well and truly exists, and how we can know that He does. We ascertain Allah's existence through His signs, which He has placed all around us. In the Quran, we are constantly told to examine the heavens and the earth and how it was created. Also, we are always invited to reflect on our own creation, our food, water, the sun and moon, and everything else in this vast universe, like in Surah Dhariyat. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. وَفِي الْأَرْضِ آيَاتٌ لِلْمُوقِنِينَ وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ وَفِي السَّمَاءِ رِزْقُكُمْ وَمَا تُوعَدُونَ. And on the earth are signs for those who have faith with certainty, and also in your own selves. Will you not then see? And in the heaven is your provision and that which you are promised. Also in Surah Mulk, Allah invites us to think about the sky or heavens. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. And who created 7 heavens in layers, one over the other. You do not see in the creation of the Most Merciful any inconsistency. So return your vision. Do you see any breaks? Then return your vision twice again. Your vision will return to you humbled while it is fatigued. In these 2 verses, Allah is actually challenging us to look for faults in His creation, in particular the sky. Can we find where the sky begins or ends? Can we see any pillars that hold up the sky? Like when we look up at the sky, we see something like a blue blanket that is up there, but nothing keeping it up there. Of course, you will wonder and ask, how is this just up there? The answer to that is Allah. Allah keeps the sky standing without pillars, and evidence for that is in Surah Saba, when Allah said that He is able to make a piece of the heavens fall on top of us. إِن نَشَأْ نَخْسِفْ بِهِمُ الْأَرْضَ أَوْ نُسْقِطْ عَلَيْهِمْ كِسَفًا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. If we will, we shall sink the earth with them, or cause a piece of the heaven to fall upon them. Hence, the sky is one of Ayatullah, or Allah's signs, as when we observe it, we come to understand that there is a deity behind its creation because of its uniqueness. Also, the earth is another interesting sign of Allah that we don't reflect upon. Allah says in Surah Yasin, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أَفَلَا تَشْكُرُونَ. And a sign for them is the dead land. We give it life, and we bring forth from it grains, so that they eat thereof. And we have made therein gardens of date palms and grapes, and we have caused springs of water to gush forth therein, so that they may eat of the fruit thereof, and their hands made it not. Will they not be thankful? Here Allah explains how the earth produces the food and water we consume, and also the beautiful gardens we love to watch and admire. In the first verse, Allah presents a metaphor of a dead earth brought to life, and we might ask ourselves, really, does the earth we live on die? And if it does, how does it? And who or what brings it to life again? For this question, I'm going to give an example. I have a plant, and I'm told if I don't water my plant, it will die. Well, I forget to water my plant, so it dies. In this example, we see that water is essential to life, and that is what Allah is alluding to in this verse. He is saying that I bring the earth back to life through water, as He says in numerous occasions in the Quran that He brings down the rain from the sky, and that وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ, and we have made from water every living thing. Think about it. The earth is said to be dead by us too when there is severe drought and nothing is growing. So we hope rain comes as a source of hope after despair, so that the earth can produce food and water again. Have we ever reflected on what or who brings down the rain? Have we ever reflected on the fact that the rain can't just come down on its own, but is commanded to come down? Did we ever think about how some places on earth suffer extreme drought, and other places tsunamis and heavy rainfalls? Is it just because of geographical reasons, as some say, or is it because of something above the earth and our own power? We all know that nothing in this world can just appear or create itself, like for example a phone, a computer, or even something more simple, a cup. None of us will accept that these things in their complex constructions just appear or create themselves. Similarly, can our hearts accept that this unique universe with the sky that does not need pillars to not fall on top of us, and the earth who brings forth all the things green, lush and admirable to the eye, was the product of the Big Bang? Reflect on this, dear viewers, and reflect deeply. Also, Allah's signs are within us too. Think about how we were created. We were in our mother's womb for 9 months, taking different forms in the process. But who made that possible? How were we able to grow in size, grow hands and feet while we were just a seedling? We came out of our mother's womb not knowing anything, and we were given the ability to hear and see. Reflect on how some of us are either blind, deaf, or both. Contemplate on why you might hear or see while others can't. Who gives these abilities and also takes them away? Does this just happen, or is it made to happen? Remember how you learned to walk. How were you able to lift yourself to stand on 2 legs when you were not able to do so before? Think about the air we breathe in. Can you see it? Can you hear it? Can you smell it? Can you taste it? Can you touch it? Except if the air is polluted, you can't. So can we say that air doesn't exist? No, because we breathe in it, and it helps us live. We breathe it, and it helps us live. Then, in the same way, can we say Allah doesn't exist? While we see that the sky stands without pillars, while we hear the ocean waves against the beaches, which never overspills to land, except in some cases, while we smell the scents of flowers, all uniquely different, while we taste so many wonderful foods and drinks, and feel the raindrops on our skin, can we say all this came without a creator? No, like how we cannot accept that a cup created itself, then this amazing creation cannot be without a creator. Okay, I hope you have found this episode helpful and you understand how the things around us are symbols of Allah's power and existence. As part of your research, I want you to look around you and contemplate on the things you see and encounter, and think about their origins and functions. Let me know what you think in the comments. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.